Alright, and I've actually got the TM for Thunderbolt, and it would be very useful in this coming gym, but I don't have anything that can actually learn Thunderbolt. The best thing I've got is Sableye with Shockwave. I like how people tell me to catch the Kecleon way after I defeated it. That just goes to show how delayed the stream is for you guys. Something unseeable is in the way. Want to use the Devon Scope? Of course! Invisible Pokemon became completely visible. No, it didn't. Not yet. The start of Pokemon fled. It hasn't even appeared yet. Oh, there's the appearance. And there's the flea. Into a tree. Okay. Let's see. Do I just want... Yeah, I'll just switch Prankster out in front. Get the Shockwave going. For me right now, it is 6:49 p.m. So almost 7 o'clock. I had to do this battle, don't I? I might have been able to go around, but I didn't bother trying. It's just like, oh, well, it's there. Why not? AP homework sucks. Oddly enough, whenever I took AP classes, I never really had homework. The only class I ever had homework in was AP Calculus, and I think that's it. I really think that's it. Everything else was just like studying and in-class stuff. It was more like college based, not so much homework as just getting together and talking about the stuff and doing like small projects and stuff by yourself. Oh boy, this is not good. This is not good. Nothing really super effective except this. And I don't think that's gonna kill. Nope, and Fan Attack should. There we go. Swablu shouldn't do anything. I mean, it could have just been the school that I went to, because my school was like a college prep school. Like it was the exact same environment, just on a very small scale. And even when I was in college, it's just like there was 1 or 2 classes with homework, but we either did it in class or right before class and turned it in and did it like an hour before the class. It was nothing that we actually needed to do at home. Our teacher's definition of homework was the classwork you didn't finish, so finish it at home. I guess you guys as teachers are different. I mean, don't get me wrong, we had a lot of work, but most of the work was done in class. Like, that was the point. My major in college was business administration, and like I did take a break and all because of financial reasons. And I would like to go back just to say that I would get the degree, but honestly, like if you don't have a full ride and you don't get it all for free from the get-go, like paying for college hurts you in the long run, I believe. Like I've just seen so many people that it's affected. Like if you don't have a full ride, college is rough. If you don't go right out of high school and finish in those 4 years, it is so tough. That's why you hardly see anybody going back and getting their degrees anymore. Let's see. Did you take any languages in middle school or high school? I had to take Spanish in high school. I had to take two languages to like earn something. And why would I want to take French? Yeah, because on the border of the coast, there's so many French people coming into the country. I don't know line for line how that was supposed to be, but that was a Ralphie May reference for anybody that knows who Ralphie May is, a stand-up comedian. That point was very perfect. He's like he was saying something and he's like, oh yeah, and for all the dum-dums that took French in high school, that means close the door. And he's like, seriously, why would people bother taking French in, oh yeah, because all the millions of French people sneaking in the country or something like that, I don't know. Okay, the thing about YouTube, technically, because it's all I do, yes, it is my full-time job, but it's nowhere near enough like to make a living or anything. And right now I'm trying to save up so that I can get a car, and then once I get a car I will go get like a real job. I mean, this is a real job and all, like it does take a lot of work and like stuff behind the scenes. It's not just me playing a game and talking. Streaming is a little easier, like I had to set it up once and then after that I just play. But I don't know. Anyway, point is, once I do make enough money and save up and just start paying on a car, I will go ahead and like get a job in addition to this. Now, if by some miracle I do end up making enough to where I don't even need a job and this is all I have, then great. And I will be doing more things like as time goes on to try to give back, because to be able to do this full time and like not have it affect you in a negative way, and it's just fun, you get to hang out with people, and like if your job is being a entertainer, then I mean, you can look at it as like an actor too. Like, what do actors do? They show up, they say some stuff, they go home. They still get paid. Like, somebody has to do all the things. And if I had the opportunity to have this be the thing that I do, then I'll be forever grateful, and I will try to find the best ways to give back. And that's why, like, as of right now, Smash Brothers is doing pretty well for me, considering the game hasn't even come out yet. Like, if you compare my Smash Bros stuff to everything else, Smash Bros gets a lot more views. So you guys are actually putting me up a little bit, and as a way of saying thanks, I'm giving away 2 copies of Smash Brothers. Like, that's only step 1. I might do a giveaway of, whatchamacallit. I might give away copies of Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire as well. Like, we'll see, but that's the whole is YouTube my real job explanation. Yes, it is not enough to live on, but for what I do get, I give back in the best way that I can at the given time. That's the short of it. Anyway, flying type gym leader with every different Pokemon having a subtype except for Swablu. I should have healed before I did this. Oh well. Any advice for a high school freshman? Show up, do what you're supposed to do, don't get in trouble. That's it. Don't worry about the social attention thing. Just find some people you have common interests with. Start with your classmates. Something will happen where you start meeting like your classmates and finding out about them, yada yada yada. And then those classmates will have other classmates in other classes. And if you meet up with your friend in one class, they can introduce you to the friend in the other class, and stuff just goes on from there. So when it comes to like social stuff, let it just happen. Don't start drama. There you go. And just show up, do what you're supposed to do. And don't slack off too much. There will be times when you're like, today is I'm not doing anything day. Decide which days are okay for that. If you've got work in all your classes, you better take care of all your classes. Because if you get in trouble in all your classes, it's just going to come back and bite you because you had that much to make up for. So, just do what you're supposed to do. Any advice for your pet cat? The advice I have for you for your pet cat is to give it a litter box and now and then some treats. And aside from that, shut up and leave the thing alone. A cat is the most mellow creature you can ever meet. The cat will just sit there. Human? Adore me. Too much adoring. Leave kitty. I just delved into the mind of a cat on a Pokemon live stream. What am I doing with my life? Oh god. How do I go from good advice about school to kitty no like? I'm an idiot. Lie, did you ever ditch on school? Never. Never. There were times where, like, if I didn't feel like going to school because I just felt like physically, like, down, like, not quite sick, but approaching it, and I don't want to get sick, I may have stayed home and then been like, okay, I'm feeling alright, take me to school. And I would always want to just go during lunch, so I didn't show up for class, had to take out my stuff, put it right back in my bag, and then finally go to lunch. Like, let me just show up at lunch and then do the second half of the day. But I never want to skip full days of school for two reasons. One, catching up sucks. Two, I was in sports all year. And the teachers would tell the coaches and be like, hey, Jonathan didn't show up for first period. Find out from his other teachers which classes he did or did not show up for. And he's like, oh, okay. So Jonathan, you missed, well, he called me by my last name, but I'm not going to say it right now. So you missed first and second period and you just showed up for lunch. What happened? I wasn't feeling well this morning, but I felt better, and like after I ate something, it was just fine, and I was good for the rest of the day. It's like, alright, if this happens again, you're not going to play for practice, and you know what happens when you don't play for practice? I don't play at least one half of the game. Exactly. Because we were an advanced studies school, meaning if you didn't have at least a C average, you were like expelled from the school, basically. Like, you had to maintain a good average to stay in the school. So for all sports, it came down to school first, where if you didn't even show up for practice because of school reasons, you didn't play. There was a time when 4 of the receivers all were doing bad in a single class, and everyone agrees. Everyone, the students in the class, the players, the coach, everyone agreed that the reason they were doing bad was because the teacher sucked and was doing like too much work in so short time. Withdrawing? Oh boy. Anyway. I'm just gonna go ahead and do this. A flying type Pokemon with Earthquake. What are the odds? Anyway. There were like 4 receivers that didn't play because the teacher just sucked and was doing things that were unreasonable. And I don't know why I just sent him out. In my head, I was thinking, I'm going to Rock Tomb him, but Earthquake's going to kill me. Because Sturdy doesn't let you survive with 1 HP unless it's an actual one-hit KO move and doesn't work. Yeah, even though everyone knew that it was the teacher's fault, that did not change anything. Well, I lost this battle. Yep. Attempt number 2. Go, Meryl! You can do it! If you really, really try, you can do it! Aerial Ace. Do I hate lunch school? If so, why? Okay, I didn't hate school lunch. It's just that I have like texture issues and like sensory disorders and stuff like that. So even if something tasted good, if it didn't feel right, and you know, school lunches, if something didn't feel right, I would probably gag or something like that. It's something I've dealt with my whole life. It's better now for a number of things, but still, over the course of the past 20 years, like, I remember someone tried to force feed me corn because it was that day's lunch. So she tried feeding me corn. Guess who got mushed corn in her face? Saliva infested corn. Just no one force fed me after that. But, yeah, I would just bring, like, sandwiches every day for school. So, if they ever had fries and burgers, sometimes I would, like, nibble off my friends' plates if they didn't finish their fries or something, but I never even ate lunch. And that's another thing. School lunch is expensive. If you spend, like, what, $3 a day, whatever, that is $15 at the end of the week. Whereas a loaf of bread and some peanut butter costs maybe $5-6, and that lasts you for a week, 2 weeks, if the bread don't go bad. So, yeah. Sandwiches were the way to go. Oh boy, Parish Song. Please tell me you're not going to heal. Thank you. Alright, so blue's going down, and I've got 1 turn before I'm forced to switch, before Sableye just dies. Yeah, Sweetie Boom knows the troubles. I don't know who she said she's sending in. Skarmory? Oh, it's Tropic. Okay, this is actually good. This works. Because I'll just do this. Solar Beam? Really? I'll just do this. I'm pretty sure this is neutral because it's Steel type. I should have just gone for Headbutt and hope for a flinch. That would have been awesome. Oh boy. Okay. Headbutt. Flinch. That's the opposite of flinching. Alright, well, Rock Tomb should kill it. And let's see, which Mega Evolution is your favorite so far in Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire? And while I'm asking you a question, which version are you getting? Once again, I'm getting both versions of the game, but the game that I'm streaming is Omega Ruby. My favorite Mega Evolution is probably either Swampert or Sceptile. I almost said Sableye. But, yeah, probably Swampert or Sceptile. In all the Megas, or just Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire? For Ruby and Sapphire, it would be Swampert or Sceptile. For overall, it would probably be Aggron or Aerodactyl. Those two are up there. Let's see. She's sending out Altaria, so... You know what? Geico can actually be put to some use. I'm going to Screech it now, sharply lower its defenses, switch to, whatchamacallit, Guts, let her use Facade, or him, I mean. And this should be some good damage. Actually, I could do the whole... Nah, Guts. Facade will definitely do the most, and I shouldn't die in one hit. Favorite Hoenn Pokemon is definitely Swampert. She's using Dragon Dance. I don't like her using Dragon Dance. Woo! Aerial Ace is about to wreck my life. Citrus Berry. Oran Berry. Okay, not too bad. Oh boy. I don't want her to use a full restore and have 2 Dragon Dances under her belt. My Screech failed? Really? Nah, I was reading the chat, so I didn't even realize. Well, that explains why I'm not doing too much damage. She's faster than me because of the Dragon Dances now. Yay! And now she's about to full restore. Hyper Potion! Boy, oh boy, oh boy. So... I have to rely on Fake Outs right now. There's no other way I can win this. And that was a crit. So if my Screech failed, then that explains a lot. Boy. Like, seriously, I am relying on flinches to win this battle. Now, I want to save Hump Day for Skarmory. Definitely. That one overheat will help so much. Favorite Pokemon game? As of now, Emerald. Based on when I was younger. I don't remember everything, but the things I do remember about it were the things that I love so much about it. Hello, Dragon Breath. How are you? Not very effective, and I think it's considered a special type in this game. Not sure why that was the choice instead of Earthquake, but it doesn't bother me too much. Oh boy. This is over. I have to switch now. Let Numble take the fall, go back and use Fake Out again. That's the only way I can even win. I'm relying on Fake Out for the whole battle. I haven't played Mario Super Sluggers in a long time. Years ago. Like when the GameCube itself was relevant. That long ago. Alright, Pelipper goes down with a single shockwave. No big deal. Oh boy. Could have sworn this thing was going down. And Hyper Potion. Nice. Eviolite Lairon has like 180 defense. Well, why would you go Eviolite Lairon when you could go Mega Aggron? Only one type. Ridiculously high defenses. A single Rock Polish makes it faster than most Pokemon. Protect Stall. Really? That was Radioactive Flip's first stream for me. Welcome, good sir. Or madam. Can't tell based on radioactive. Oh, you play Inu. Well, that would mean a lot more. Now, please do at least 50%. That's not 50%. You better not do any damage to me. I know I'm not doing any, like, physical damage against you, but really, you get a stat increase. Good thing it doesn't increase attack. Especially when crits are involved. Somebody tell me why Prankster has come in ever since the second gym and has just been wrecking house. Left and right. Without Prankster, I wouldn't be this far. Favorite Kingdom Hearts? Gameplay-wise, Dream Drop Distance. Just like the game itself, how it's done, too. So, wow, I won the second attempt just because Prankster was at full HP at the beginning. That's all it was. Radioactive should be a Pokemon type. Let's not and say we didn't either.